H160 and do a little tour around Vegas. We are currently facing off to the west. You'll see right behind me, I have this Janet flight. That's what I'm talking about with the whole John Smith guys. But you can see the Luxor there starting to show its light. Hopefully we'll get a nice sunset tour in. Got a couple people on board as well as my first officer Alice. Let's hop on board and go for a zip around Las Vegas. I'm going to go ahead and do something unusual. I'm going to go ahead and use the checklist. So if we go to... It's been a while. I think we'll go to Documents. Checklist dark. There we go. We'll go ahead and get her started up. BAT 1, BAT 2 on, Gen 1, Gen 2, and Emergency Gen, DCG, we are set. So, BAT 1, BAT 2, Gen 1, Gen 2, and Emergency Generator on. We should see the power up test running through its thing. Battery is discharging in engine 1 and 2 are in the off position. Power up test seems to be going okay. Turn these down. Power up test is a-okay. Radar altimeter 1 and 2, FMS 1 and 2 are on. We're going to go ahead and turn this up, make this for night. We can turn on our anti-collision lights as well as our emergency exit lights, our position lights, and our signs to the on position. Back to the checklist. Okay. Now we do the lamp test, and yeah.
Audio test.
Sounds good. I love the sound of that. That's probably one of the best sounds in a flight simulator I've ever heard. So, lamp test is good. Messages list, we can go ahead and acknowledge those. Everything's okay. Lighting panel, position lights, signs, emergency lights, cockpit lighting. I'm going to go ahead and give Alice her light. There you go. Alice is joining me. Lighting panel, position will come up here. Let's, it is a night light, so we will go here. Night flight, logo light, strobes, and landing lights. I'll turn those on now while we're sitting here. So, forward center console, floats, don't need to worry about that. We'll go ahead and turn the ITOS on, and don't have to worry about that one. Perfect. MFD, rear center console, weather radar. We're not going to worry about that. But we'll turn it on. DMAP, we're going to be okay for now. MFD, VMS page, everything's good here. Let's go ahead and make sure that we can see the numbers while we're starting up. Overhead panel, aux pump on, cyclic free and control, free and clear. Rudder and the collective. Free and clear. Down, aux pump is off. Well, okay, let's do this right. I said I'm gonna do it. Aux pump on, and everything's free and clear. Let's rotor blades are good. We can turn the aux pump off now. Sorry, I said I was gonna do the checklist. We'll do the checklist. It's going to be good for us, so we are done there. Number 2, inboard pilot VMS, we are set. We're good to go, and we're going to start engine 2 first. Engine 1 or engine 2 into the idle position. We want to see that it's in start, N1 and 10, and totalizer turbine outlet temperatures are increasing appropriately. Rotor starts spinning, and then once it gets about 50%, we can go ahead and start engine number 2. Torque increases, hydraulic pressure, all this normal stuff. So let's go engine number 2. 2 idle. Rotor is spinning. We are seeing increase in numbers. N2 is rising. Turbine output temperature is decreasing. So we should be good. Number 2 has fired and torque is up. Temperature's up and stabilizing, rolling back. There we go. So those are all good. Don't need to worry about that. Now we'll do number 2. Or engine number 1, second engine to start. There we go. Fuel flow's increasing. N1's increasing. Turbine outlet temperature is increasing. N2 coming up to 50, N1 coming up to 50%. There we go. And we should see some torque arrive into the rotor. There we go. Engine number 1. Second engine start is good. Startup test is okay. And ASCS. So, collective pitch, we are lowest. Cyclic, we're going to go ahead and engage the autopilot. Oh, I need to do that. Stand by. Controls options. There we go. Apply and save. That would have been a lot of fun. We go here and we go to HPC Collective. Apply and save. Alright, we should be good to go. Alright, so. And disconnect and re-engage. There we go. We are set. Now we can go with our pre-flight test. Pre-flight test running through its deal. Those are all good. Pre-flight test is okay, and we can acknowledge that. We are set. Let's go to the third page. Just getting ready for takeoff. We're not going to worry about taxiing. We're just going to take off, go off to the... sorry, we are facing east. We're going to go off to the east. Spin back around. Got a beautiful sunset happening right here. Then we'll come back over, swing around the strip, take a look at it, and then come back and try and land in the same spot right here. So perfect. Alright. Nose wheels free, we're not taxiing before takeoff. Flight performance computed, we're set. Park brake is set. AFCS upper modes. We don't need to worry about that. Perfect. We're just gonna take off. So let's go in here. Let's go ahead and make sure we are transmitting. Go back. Let's look at the messages. Perfect. No arrival airport. I'm fine with that. We're just spinning around, coming back here. Takeoff clear air. We're good. Hover. We're gonna take off, and yeah, we are flying the beautiful Monster Energy. So. Hope you guys enjoy that one. Let's get this aircraft in the air. So, check. Let's try the takeoff mode. We'll go vertical. Add N1. Oh, I don't know if I have the bindings anymore. Nah, we're fine. Alright. Engines into flight mode. Guards down. We're set. Idle. Wait for everything to stabilize for us. Just spectacular sunset here. We'll take off, go over the airport there, make a right turn, head down to the south. And then, or do we want to go? Do we want to go north? let's go up and look at Nellis, and then we'll come back via the 15. So we'll get this one closed, and let's get this aircraft into the air. Oh boy, and we have been cleared across. Nobody coming. Gear coming up. So we're gonna head east, kind of over by the base of that mountain, hit Nellis, go to the racetrack.
Warning, obstacle.
There we go. Nellis Air Force, Nellis Air Force Base. I'll call it Nellis Air Force Base. Up there on our left, we'll go up, zip around there, runway 3113, and oh, I do need to set our altimeter. 2,600 feet, sounds good. Then we'll come back, see what we can do about, actually I like 2,500 feet. There we go. Come back, buzz around the Las Vegas Strip. We are flying. We are in the Fly Tampa Vegas scenery. So it's kind of interesting flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator around Vegas when I'm used to flying around Vegas in DCS. Not quite as visually interesting in DCS, but a whole lot more fun in a fighter jet than a helicopter or a 737. So, Alice, how you doing over there? You're doing pretty good. I think you're holding up all right. So beautiful sunset here in Las Vegas. Cruising along about 120 knots. Got a bit of a tailwind. Heading up to Nellis Air Force Base. We'll zip around it on the north side there. Come back over the racetrack. See how the racetrack looks. Then we'll come back down and see the Vegas Strip. I don't know if we'll fly out to Area 51 or not. Not a whole lot to see out there, so. A little bit of a wind shift there. Man, I tell you, between the Learjet, this helicopter, and the 737 PMDG, there's just nothing you can't do in the flight sim anymore. It's amazing how much fun it is. Been having a whole lot of fun relearning sort of the analog. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The helicopters of the 80s and 90s were nowhere near this sophisticated. I am literally flying this hands off. I saw an actual video of a pilot, I think in Sao Paulo, Brazil, lift a H145 off on a helipad, didn't touch the stick once, and it took him all the way to the airport. And then he handled the aircraft when he was there, put it in its parking space, shut it down. Maybe a 20-minute flight, if that, flying over Sao Paulo, Brazil, repositioning an aircraft. In the past, without all the automation, without all that, pilot workload would have been tremendous. such as flying this aircraft right here, probably would not have flown. I would not have been able to get in and take this airplane for a flight, or this aircraft for a flight, just simply because you need a lot of other controls. The cyclic has to be good, the collective has to be good, rudders have to be good. So but yeah, just so much fun flying the Learjet, flying the PMDG 737. We are over Nellis right now. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of aircraft here, so probably not a red flag event going on. It's normally parked right down there. I wonder if anybody has a Nellis Air Force Base for MSFS. Might be something for you. But there you are. We're looking at the racetrack there on the north side of Nellis Air Force Base. We've been cleared across both runways here. Take a look at the racetrack.
Warning, obstacle.
Not quite sure what the obstacle would be.
Warning, obstacle.
There's the track there. I can honestly say I've not flown over this track in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's Las Vegas Motor Speedway. At least in DCS it's modeled pretty good. It is nighttime, so I don't think we'll see any cars going around the track. I wonder if they've got a helipad in here. I'll have to look that up. Alright, back down. We'll hit the strip, and then we'll
Warning,
go ahead and park the aircraft. Quick little loop around North Las Vegas. Get the speed back up. Beautiful sunset. Should get to Vegas in time to see some pretty lights lighting up the strip.
obstacle.
Should see one green, two white. One green, two white. Military Air Base. I remember one time driving into Vegas. Must have been red flag or something, but just looked up and there were a bunch of F-117s landing. This was sort of before, this was right around the time they were kind of declassified or Everybody knew they kind of existed, but no real good photos or yeah, right around sunset they were coming in, almost impossible to see, but saw probably 4 or 5 of them, so it must have been maybe 6, but I only saw a couple of them. Alright, there it is, Las Vegas. What do you think? Want to go hit the sphere or the... We'll go, got the stratosphere there. There you can see the Luxor with its light beaming straight into alien area.
Warning, obstacle.
Man, that wind's awful shifty out here. What is that?
Warning, obstacle.
I hear you collecting big chicken. We'll go up here, make a bit of a left turn, fly through a couple of the buildings. There's the Rio. Welcome to Las Vegas. I'm awful curious to see how the frames are affected. We'll have to come back and look at the stratosphere, see if do they still have the roller coaster on the top.
Obstacle.
Been forever since I've been to the Las Vegas Circus.
Warning, obstacle.
I hear you. Alice, the real Alice, is chatting. Got the sphere over there. We'll come back and take a closer look at that. Man, Fly Tampa did a great job with this. Alright. The Mirage. Penn and Teller.
Warning, obstacle.
And we'll go ahead and slow it up a little bit. Allegiant Stadium.
Warning, optical. Warning, optical.
Spin back around, try and catch the strip. Got the little monorail working.
Warning, optical. Warning, optical.
Treasure Island. Oh, Tropicana.
Warning, optical.
There we are, downtown Las Vegas. Let's spin around over here, see what we can do. I wonder if they got the fountains going. At the Bellagio, right? Or is the Bellagio behind us?
Warning, optical.
Alright, well, let's continue our little tour around Las Vegas.
Hands on.
There's the Aria. There's the Bellagio. Oh, they do have the fountain simulated. Look at that. The Ferris wheel, there's the sphere. Let's go back in and see what we can do about catching the Bellagio. Getting a little bit of frame jitter stuff going on, but not bad at all. see. Oh. Wind changed on me again.
Warning, obstacle.
Well, let's stop right here at the Eiffel Tower and watch Bellagio for a second. Planet Hollywood, huh?
Warning, obstacle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the town. It sure is. I'm curious to see what the old frame rates are. 14? Oh yeah. Not saying I got the worst computer in the world, but all the way down to 24 here, now that we're stopped moving. Yeah, this is a frame just sitting here downtown. It's kind of there for some frames, huh? Alright, there you go. We'll go over and we'll look at the sphere, then we'll head back over to the airport. Watch some of the animations on that, see if it gives us the face. There it is.
Warning, obstacle.
And there's the sphere. Looks like they might have the graphics on this
Warning,
pretty solid.
obstacle.
I see it. I see it. Golf course right there. Convention center. Let's get back turned around.
Warning, obstacle.
And Fly Tampa did a pretty good job with this scenery.
Caution, obstacle.
There it is. There's the sphere. Just showing a world map right now. Big old basketball. NBA 2K24. Let's see, how long will this ball last? I want to see the face at least. Then we'll head back over to the airport, park it right where we started it, and call it a night. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you like this sort of thing, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell, that way you know when I hop on. And I want to just thank you. I appreciate you. What do you think, Alice? Pretty good? Well, it's got changed sooner or later, huh? You definitely have to have some decent blackout curtains if you want to live in a high-rise over here somewhere. Come on, let's give us a change. I do have to say the animation's pretty spectacular. Fly Tampa knocked it out of the park with this. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to bounce because I don't have the patience to sit here, wait here any longer for old boy to change. Alright, there's Vegas Strip. Lean up a lot of frames, so if you're gonna come here in your flight sim, make sure you got a card.
Caution. Obstacle.
I hear you clucking.
Warning. Obstacle.
There's the Hard Rock Hotel. That's one I always stayed at. And we've been cleared direct to park. Landing gear coming down.
Warning. Obstacle.
It's called the Earth. Brake is off. Let's see what we can do about taxiing. Nose wheels free. There we go. I think we're right on this line right here. Alright, with that, hit the park brake and we can come up here, get our engines into idle. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this quick little flight in and around Vegas, up and over at Nellis. We'll get this airplane shut down. We'll say good night to Alice. Good night, Alice. And we can go ahead and shut these off. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this type of flying, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, the notification bell. That way you know when I get out and about. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much, and have a great night.